Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Okay, what do I want to have a look at? I'm using the Gilded Tarot Royale, and I'm going to have a look at Rubio's threat to dismantle the ICC, the International Criminal Court. Just pointing out, it is the International Criminal Court, not anything that falls under the regime. He has no authority to do so. However, why is he threatening this? Good question, because Rubio, Heggspress, and the felon have been reported to the ICC by the Colombian government for unaliving fishermen. So basically, they're under investigation. Those three are under investigation for crimes against humanity, for what they've been doing in the Caribbean in regards to the fishing boats. So, and as I'm shuffling the deck, you've got the hidden agenda here, or could be simply secrets being revealed, but I think it's more hidden agenda with the High Priestess and the Page of Pentacles, the moral, financial, ethical corruption that is taking place. And Rubio, Heggs, and Felon might be finding themselves out in the cold. So they don't actually have any legal stance. It's pretty much like criminals dismantling the court system. Just absolutely unbelievable. Then we've also got with this corruption, we've got the Empress, which is my card for Russia, or it could be simply the birth of something new or something large looming for them. Okay, thank you. I'm just getting it's the amount of the financial corruption that is uncovered is going to be significantly more than what we even expect. So I just want to have a look to see whether he's successful. Now, what's happened is this particular regime last year, oh gosh, and here we've got the abuse of power, the betrayal, the deceit, the bullying, the lies. But then we've got the Five of Swords, the Ace of Swords. So this is the truth coming forward. So it could even be about what's happening in Persia. And then we've got the Five of Wands, the throwing under the bus. Guardrails holding, with that nine of Wands. And then you've got the King of Swords, legal action being taken, prosecution, and the Ten of Wands, the overreach. So what I'm really thinking is happening here is it's like criminals trying to dismantle the courts because they don't want to be tried for the crimes that they have done. So let's have a look. It's very mafia mob tactics. It's the only way to put it. Okay, so is he going to be successful? Okay, are they is it because he's under investigation? Let's get that question out of the way first. Just confirm for me. Is Rubio's threat to dismantle the International Criminal Court, remembering that this regime last year brought sanctions against judges and prosecutors on the International Criminal Court to try and threaten and leverage and bully and but let's have a look. The reason why Rubio wants to dismantle or has threatened to dismantle the International Criminal Court. Now, the US is not a signatory to the International Criminal Court, neither is Rusky or is not real. What do those three countries have in common? Now, Bush took the US out of the International Criminal Court in regards to crimes against humanity during the Iraqi conflict. Was it the prison where it was shown that the US troops they had chained naked Iraqi prisoners of war and forced them to kneel and just waterboarding and all sorts of really degrading actions that were taken. So George W. took the US out of the International Criminal Court so that charges couldn't be laid. Well, they could be laid, but it meant they couldn't be arrested and imprisoned. So they can still be arrested. So if a charge is brought by another country, for example, Colombia, who is a signatory, charges are brought by Colombia, the investigation takes place, they are found guilty, then if they travel to a signatory country, they can be arrested in that signatory country. They just can't be arrested in the US. So even though the US doesn't acknowledge and isn't a member, it doesn't stop them from being members being prosecuted, US members being prosecuted and arrested. So, okay, let's have a look. Rubio's true reason for threatening the International Criminal Court. Is it because, thank you, is it because of the charges being brought by the Colombian government in regards to, I'm getting Persia as well. What's happening in Persia with the Strait? Let's have a look. Tell me, why is Rubio threatening to attempt to dismantle the International Criminal Court? I'm just going to point out, it's the International Criminal Court, not the World Series Criminal Court. The World Series, which other countries just laugh because it's actually, that's just the US series. There's no world involved in it at all. So we have a bit of a chuckle about the fact that it's called the World Series. Okay, so Rubio's reasons for threatening. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Engaged in just engaged in this corruption and bullying and evil, just totally. Let me just grab a lozenge out. I do apologise. We are a house full of germs at the moment. We seem to be sharing and caring. Okay, so yeah, absolutely. Why? Because they are fully enmeshed with this energy. Okay, the challenge, this could be regret, an attempt to get away, but finding oneself fully exposed. This is trying to extract oneself. The challenge is trying to extract oneself from the International Criminal Court. 3 cups spilt. Are they spilt or are they kicked over in a bit of a hissy fit as they are being fully exposed by this full moon? Because the full moon does expose. 3 cups kicked over. I'm getting it's kicked over in an attempt to dismantle it. Got here at the bottom, the magician, the manipulation. I mean, again, but they did bring it upon themselves. Look over here while this is happening over there. In the past, we've got oh gosh, look at these mages, the Justice card. Legal action being taken by the International Criminal Court because they are, I believe, already under investigation. So this is an attempted manipulation to protect themselves due to charges being brought. I haven't looked to see whether there are charges being brought. And crowning this reading, we got the 5 of Cups. The energy over it, regret, loss, regret, disappointment in self. Again, we've got these 3 cups spilt here. So they've brought it upon themselves through their actions. 3 cups spilt, 3 cups spilt. Ooh, treason, betrayal, legal loss. You got the 10 of Cups. So this is the immediate future. I think these 1, 2, 3 are going to be found, or at least they're going to face prosecution. Whether they turn up or not, they will be investigated and face prosecution. The Ten of Cups, the ending of this happy family situation, as there is an investigation that takes place into the snake in the path. And we know who the snakes are, the hopes and fears, Queen of Swords, legal action being taken, the outcome, the attempt to steal, the Seven of Swords, Five of Wands, and the Hierophant, the higher authorities, the throwing under the bus, the higher authorities. And then we've got this Queen of Wands. It's my D&I Haynes card, but it could also simply be information being brought forward, Queen of Cups. Look at these Queen energies. A lot of feminine energy, and the Death card. What was kept secret is being revealed about deaths and mercenary actions. Just awful, awful. On the bottom, I've got the Hanged Man. Trying to pitch this differently, but pretty much being strung up, delusional. Three of Wands, action being taken from overseas. Knight of Wands, volatile information. Eight of Wands, coming forward very quickly. So yeah, it's pretty much because they're facing prosecution and investigation, and they know that they are in the wrong. I think it's to do with Colombia, the Colombian fishermen. Did they just have an election in Colombia? Let me just bring you up and pause and have a look. Hang on a sec. They did. I knew I'd had it recently. The felon-backed outsider wins the Colombian election back, gosh, 3 weeks ago. So this is part of this attempt to stop this prosecution going ahead. Will they succeed? It was brought to the Colombian, so it was the Colombian fishermen. It was brought to the International Criminal Court. And I did get that there was, well, there's Fleon there, the King of Pentacles, with his usual election rigging or something, an oligarchical money or something along those lines, because I read it a while back and I went, oh, there's something really off with that Colombian election. Let's have a look. Will the prosecution go ahead? Well, there's three of them, and the Fool. There's the three of them, the Felon, Kegs, and Rubio. And the Fool. Is this foolishness off the cliff, or is this trying to get a new start? Then got the King of Cups there. A diplomat, a negotiator. Okay, so how's this going to play out? This Colombian fishing boat. Are the charges still going to get brought now that the Colombian leadership has changed to a felon friendly? What's going to happen? Now I haven't looked into this at all, but what my guides just said to me is it's still going ahead. So they installed this Colombian president to try and stop this from going ahead, and for some reason it's failed. Is that because the Prime Minister is still bringing the charge? Okay, let's have a look. This is really, so yeah, trying to flip. So this is my vote flipping card, and overseas interference, vote flipping. And then we've got the regret, kicking the cups over. Something didn't work. And being exposed under the full moon. Oh, man. No wonder I was getting a draw to the Colombian. Okay, so is the Colombian fishing boat charge International Criminal Court still going to go ahead despite the fandangled presidential election? Right. Secrets being revealed, throwing under the bus, imprisonment, agreements that were made, something that was offered to do with the votes to install this Emperor energy. Hidden agenda, infighting, finding themselves restricted, so there was an agreement made to install this Colombian, the Empress, Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. Very powerful female energy here. This may be, so this is, I think this is bigger than just this Colombian fishing boat. And they're going to have to, oh, there's that devil on the bottom again. Hang on, I'm going to pause you and have a look to see who, if they have a Prime Minister of Colombia. Hang on a sec. Okay, no, it isn't. There's just the president. I thought there might have been a layer underneath. But they have the three powers of government: the executive, the judicial, and the legislative. So I am wondering whether, because we've got the devil, we've got the loss, and we've got big information coming out, the three of them, again, under investigation, volatile information coming forward, and a nightmare situation that may cause stress enough for somebody to go down for the count. With that Four of Swords. So I'm going to have a look to see. So they installed the president thinking it would solve the problem, but it's not. Is the Colombian judicial branch bringing this case to the International Criminal Court? Why is it still going ahead? Why is it still going ahead? Who's bringing it? The Magician and the Chariot. So manifestation, tools in the tool belt, could be the judicial system moving this forward. An offer was made, but I think it was rejected with the Death card. And then we've got that Eight of Cups again, kicking the cups over and walking away. I don't think this case has stopped. I think what I'm getting, unexpected news coming forward about abuse of power, betrayal, deceit, bullying. I think this case is going ahead. I haven't looked to see whether it has or not, but I think the investigation and the case is going ahead despite the finagling and installation of a supposedly friendly, yet there's the mercenary actions that were undertaken. I think it's going ahead. And I think, okay, tell me, is Rubio going to be charged with international crimes against humanity? More than just the Colombian fishermen too. This is just the tip of the iceberg. You've got to remember all those people that were unalived in the kidnapping, organised kidnapping of Maduro, plus girls' school, etc. in Persia, civilian targets. Okay, come on down. They're in so much trouble. The World card, end of an era. King of Wands, action, ruling being taken. There's that Eight of Cups again. The energy, so are they going to be charged? I think it's a yes. Queen of Swords, bringing the case in the past, creating the reading, volatile information coming forward, fast turning into a nightmare situation, legal nightmare situation, as this harsh truth is revealed about overreach, about just going way too far. Two of Swords in the hopes and fears. They're hoping they can cut it off at the past, but the Death card. Death, two remaining. Felon might go, and then there's only two remaining. Trying to work out what the heck we do. Six of Pentacles, the voters, or the end of the happy families. My two vote flipping cards here. Wonder if they work out that was finagling and manipulation, mercenary. Information being brought forward with the Queen of Wands about a Trojan horse. This could be to do with the Colombian elections, because there's the devil again, and big information coming out about votes. This is more than just the Colombian fishermen. I think this is going to be about interference in other countries' democratic elections. Is this what we're talking about here? I'd love it to be that they are strung up for bombing a girls' school, but I think it's going to be to do with interference. King of Cups, negotiated diplomat, vote harvesting, could be Fleon as well because he's a Cancer. Karma coming and biting them on the bum. Something that was kept under wraps in the past. Be careful what you wish for, you might just get it with the rat pooping in the cup there. Hugely emotional information coming out that brings a cleansing about international vote interference, the Strength card internally, secrets being revealed. It's also taming the beast, so this might be getting their person in Colombia. Secrets being revealed with the High Priestess. The outcome, yeah, I think this is more than just the fishermen. I think this is interference in foreign country elections. Five of Swords, the world, and the Ten of Pentacles, the oligarchs with their snouts in the trough, but also an ending. Something unexpected from left field with the Page of Cups, the three of them involved, finding themselves under investigation with the Hermit, and then the Ace of Swords. The Emperor, the Chariot, the Judgment card. The installation of the Emperor might find himself removed and judged, and I'm talking about the Colombian one. No wonder Rubio wants this stopped, because not only is it war crimes with these boats, they might have been drug running boats, but no one will ever know because they were blown out of the water. And footage came out saying that a second strike was ordered when they were sitting in the water, sitting dismantled in the water, and the people from the boat were waving for help. So this is more than just that. I think what's going to happen is they're going to get done for finagling in other country elections. Okay, let's see how it plays out. Oh, couldn't happen to nicer people. Catch you later. Bye-bye.